All right, good morning. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, it's June 30th, last day of the month. Let's start off with our daily pledge. Today is a new day. I'm ready to be the best me I can be. I will listen so I can learn. I will try hard so my brain can grow. I will not give up. I can learn anything I put my mind to. Today, like every day, is a new opportunity for you to work on your goals, write down some tasks, maybe get back on track taking your meds, maybe make some appointments. Maybe you're going to reach out, with a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. Whatever it is, today is a new day to start doing some of those things that you probably should be doing, but you haven't got there yet. Remember your daily check-in every day. How are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? If you woke up feeling great, use all that energy and apply it to your day. Go for a walk, organize, clean, go to appointments, spend some time with a friend, whatever it is. But if you didn't wake up feeling so great today, get out your toolbox. For almost a year and a half now, it has been a year and a half, we've been talking about and working on our toolbox and putting as many tools in there as we can. And so get that out and start using that on a day that you haven't been feeling well. Get out your tools. But remember, we've also been talking about different things to ask yourself when you're not well. So do a little check-in, and if you're at a 10, then we need to ask ourselves these questions. Have you been eating? Have you been sleeping? Have you been taking your meds? Have you showered? Have you put clean clothes on? Have you got outside and got some fresh air? Or have you been isolating? What's going on? If you're not quite sure why you're at a 10, it's time to evaluate why you're feeling that way and what's going on. All right. So today for Wellness Wednesday, I want to talk a little bit about balance. Balance. We talk about the wellness wheel. We talk about just having that structure and that routine and kind of just having things written down. It's all about balance, appointments and life and friends. And it's just, again, hold up your wheel. It's all about your wellness wheel. It's balancing all areas of your life as a part of your recovery, to manage your symptoms, to feel better, to bring joy. I like this. So it says, I got a couple of quotes because I really like them this morning. It says, balance is not better time management, but better boundary management. Balance means making choices and enjoying these choices. So balance is about boundaries. It's not about better time management, although that's important. It's about having boundaries to say, okay, yes, now I've done appointments all week. Now the rest of the week I'm going to work on myself and I'm going to get some things done at home. So it's setting those boundaries. It's not overextending yourself. If you've been helping a friend since Monday do things, then it's time to have balance and boundaries and say, okay, now I need to take care of myself. Now I need to help myself. I have appointments. I have things that I need to get done. So again, it's just about balance. Here's another quote. It said, balance is not something that you find. It's something that you create. So you have to take a look at your calendar. And I have another thing. Take a look at your calendar. What are you doing? Where are your appointments at? Are you keeping a good balance between, sometimes folks become like all their life is about is appointments. We know that, you know that. And so you have to find that balance. Yes, but some people I even have, all my appointments are on Monday. So by, Thursday or Friday, I've kind of recuperated and now I can do something enjoyable. So we have to do our responsibilities, but then we have to balance it with other things. Here is my balance wheel. Can you see that? It's hard to read. Your balance wheel is all about having everything in check. So it's just like our self-care wheel. So up at the top, it says spirituality and a sense of purpose. We're going to start around the wheel. It's having that sense of purpose. Why do you get up? Why do you do anything? Why do you want to work on your recovery? Who do you want to be? What are you all about? That's your sense of purpose, okay? So that's kind of up at the top, and then we move to rest and sleep. It's so important. A lot of folks seem to be having some difficulties sleeping lately. If this sounds like you and you know that your mood has tanked and you have been unable to cope with any sort of anxiety or stressors or anything coming your way, you've lost motivation, take a look at your sleep. Go back, look at the pattern. Have I been dreaming a lot? Have I been going to bed later? Have I been getting up earlier? Am I not getting the amount of sleep that I need to really be able to function? Because that's so true. If you don't sleep, it's so hard to function, all right? So we went from purpose to rest and sleep, and then we go to good nutrition and exercise. Remember, you are what you eat. If you eat junk, you're going to feel like junk. I know that it's fun to eat junk food. Trust me. I love junk food. However, if we don't eat right, we're not going to feel right. And if you don't move around, if you sit in a chair all day long and you don't move around, the blood's not flowing. Remember all our little happy hormones? We need to get moving so we have serotonin, and that's kind of your body's natural way of fighting depression. And so we need to use that. Use those natural tools that we already have. Go for a walk. It doesn't have to be for an hour. Go for a 5-10 minute walk, every couple of hours. Just get moving, doing something. Remember, we've talked about milk jugs or soup cans. You can lift weights and just doing something. Even if you're sitting in your chair, maybe it's a little bit more difficult for you to get around, but moving and doing something, all right? So, sense of purpose, rest and sleep, good nutrition and exercise. The next comes to relationships with family, friends, and community. If you have toxic people in your life, now's the time to get rid of them. If we're talking about balance and we're talking about trying to figure out ways to boost our joy and our happiness and improve our recovery process, we need to get rid of those that are really damaging it and creating that black cloud, right? So we've talked about toxic people. They need to go. However, when you're getting involved in the community, many of us have talked about, there's lots of great church communities. There's groups that you can be a part of in the community wherever you live. And maybe you don't live around here in Alexandria. Do a little research. You could reach out to like United Way, your Chamber of Commerce, and start asking about things that you could get involved in. Be a part of your community. Doesn't need to be full time at all. Maybe you're going to go volunteer at the Humane Society. You could do that once a month. And that's just talking to animals. Maybe you don't want to talk to people. It is what it is, but it still gets you a part of something. And again, it's that balance. Getting rid of bad people, but also becoming a part of your community, making sure you're reaching out to your friend. Go have a cup of coffee. Go through the drive-thru and get a cup of coffee and go to the park, whatever it may be. Do something at least once a month. You should be doing something good at least once a week. But if you get to once a month, that's a good place to start. Another part of balance is finances, which is always kind of that common stressor of just always trying to find balance. And then intellectually of just kind of tapping into that whole reading and learning and getting involved in things. And then creativity and play, using that other side of you. It's like glitter, sprinkle it all over the place. We have to use things that make us have fun, be silly. When's the last time that you were silly, or you sang and danced in your living room, or cranked up the music in your kitchen? Whatever it may be, doing something to just let all your creative juices flow, right? So that's our balance wheel. It's just going around and keeping yourself in check. And I just always like visuals. So if you're thinking to yourself, I'm not well today and I don't know well, or things haven't been going well lately, make your circle and think to yourself about balance in all areas, spiritually and sense of purpose and sleep and nutrition and health and relationships and finances and creativity and whatever else. Have I been really trying to tap into all areas? I need that balance. Here's a life balance. Here is a life balance tip. It's kind of a tongue twister. Be intentional about how you spend your spare time. Instead of zoning out in front of the TV, you could try a new hobby, use your self-care, get creative, call a friend, meditate. So part of balance is using your spare time intentionally. Don't allow that time to just pass you by. Now, it's okay to sit and take a break. I get it. But how long are you going to sit and take a break? Because don't let the moments pass you by. You can use that spare time as an opportunity to kind of tap into some of the other areas of your life that can be just as enjoyable and relaxing. Calling a friend, you can sit and do that. But use that time intentionally. If you have an hour of time, if you give me 1 hour of time, I can get a lot of things done in an hour. So use that time intentionally. Make a list if you have to. Plan it out if you have to, and so on. All right? So here are some well-balanced life tips that they talk about. Here are some things that create balance in your life. Meditation, hot baths, read a book, get a pedicure, take a walk, go see a movie, give yourself a facial. Maybe you buy some stuff at Walmart or whatever. Give yourself a facial. This is just talking about self-care. So that's kind of the balance in your self-care wheel of you. Get a massage, take a mental health day, walk along go to the beach and walk, or walk around at the park, take a hike, go see some beautiful gardens. Here in Alexandria, we have Noonan's Park, and although there's a lot of geese there, I noticed yesterday they have some really pretty flowers. They have like a little area you can sit in. So go and look at the flowers. Cook an amazing meal, journal, take a rest. You could just get some crafts, start a project. Think about different ways that you could maybe change up your home in a cheap way. You could do some DIY projects. As far as like in relationships in your life, make sure you're checking in with people. Make sure you're setting boundaries. Make sure it's a give and take, and we are helping out where we can. We can volunteer together. You could do things that bring quality together. You can spend that quality time. Have a game night, plan fun activities with people. If you're at home, a good way to find balance at home is getting rid of clutter and junk and getting rid of things that you don't need. You may think that you want them, but if you haven't used them in a long time, chances are you don't need it. Get rid of them. Organize, clean, lay out tasks for yourself, make lists, and so on. So we're going to find balance. And again, we need to, in order to do that, your challenge today is to really sit down, hold up your wheel, and think to yourself, now, if I really tapped into all areas of my life and I'm not feeling happy, or if I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I just don't have any joy, or I'm feeling disconnected, I'm isolating more, what's going on? Have I slept? Maybe that has something to do with my mood. Have I been eating right? Maybe not. That affects how I feel physically. But most importantly is sleep. So hold up your wheel and write it down. Get out a piece of paper now, okay? Get out a piece of paper. You could draw your wheel, cut it into the little, cut some pie, make it a pie, and write down different areas that you know you need to look at to see, am I really doing everything I can to manage my mental health and to feel better and to bring myself joy? What areas of my life are struggling right now? And maybe you haven't even paid attention to that until today, until you write it down and you take a look at, boy, I've actually been missing some meds lately. And so I need to make sure that I get back on track with that because I know that helps me feel better. Or, wow, I've only been getting like 5 hours of sleep at night and I need 8. So I need to focus on getting better sleep. And when you start, now you don't have to focus on like all sections of the pie at one time, but at least you have a good indicator of where you need to start and really start focusing on each area. Balance, so that in the end, it all comes together and you can feel better. So I like this real quick, something to think about in Wellness Wednesday. We're talking about eating your 3 meals a day and making sure you're drinking water. I just thought this was good because this is what I've been trying to say, and so I found just a little worksheet on it. You should have breakfast snack, lunch snack, dinner snack. I believe if you talk to the nutritionist, she would tell you this. Sometimes I talk about like 6 small meals a day, but it's important to keep your body fueled. And if you don't put fuel in the tank, we know that it's not going to work. So if you don't eat it all, or you only eat 1 meal a day, is that following the schedule? No, it's not. So make sure you're eating your snacks, eating your meals. Though that's just one thing of balance. It's just eating healthy and make sure you're putting enough in the tank so your body has the energy to care and to look at these things and to do something about it, okay? Whew! So that's Wellness Wednesday. We're going to work on balance. And I want you to get out a piece of paper and I want you to take a look at all areas of your life. And are you doing everything possible to make sure that you are really focusing on different areas that are struggling? And if not, now's the time to do it. Take a look at, why am I not feeling very good? Why is this week not well? Gosh, this last month has been difficult. Oh, you know what? It turns out I actually haven't been taking very good care of myself. It's amazing what you learn about yourself when you write things down and you really take an opportunity to just really kind of focus on what isn't going well and what do I need to improve. So that's your challenge. Go sit down with a piece of paper, make your wellness wheel, cut it into the little pie sections, and start writing down the areas like spiritually, personally, financially. Where are you at in your life and what do you need to work on? All right. Now remember, I will not see you next week. I will not see you until July 12th. So I wish all of you an amazing 4th of July. I wish you an amazing week. And again, if you need to go back and watch things, if you need some more resources, you can go on Facebook, you can go on YouTube, you can go watch new things. Reach out to your arms worker, your case manager, your therapist, whatever it may be. If you are in need of something, make sure you're reaching out to your supports. But most importantly, you can go back and watch this and shake your head at how ridiculous I am. But again, I will see you July 12th. Work on your wellness wheel. Focus on yourself. Do something kind for yourself and others. And I think that you will start to see some little changes. So anyways, have a great rest of your day and we'll see you in a week.